Imagine standing at the open door of a Boeing 727. It is pitch black. You are 10,000 feet in the air. The temperature is 7 degrees below zero, and the rain feels like bullets hitting your face. On your back, you have a military parachute. In your hand, a bag containing $200,000 in stolen cash. Behind you is the FBI. Below you is endless, dense forest. Do you jump? In 1971, a man did exactly that. He pulled off the perfect crime and became an American legend. Today, we are diving deep into the only unsolved commercial airplane hijacking in U.S. history. This is the story of D.B. Cooper. It started like any other flight. It was Thanksgiving Eve, November 24, 1971. At the Portland International Airport, a man approached the Northwest Orient Airlines counter. He bought a one-way ticket to Seattle for $20. He gave his name as Den Cooper. Witnesses described him as a business-type guy, mid-40s, calm. He ordered a bourbon and soda. He didn't look like a criminal. He looked like your neighbor. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to the flight attendant, Florence Schaffner. She thought he was just a lonely businessman trying to give her his phone number, so she put it in her pocket unread. Cooper leaned in and whispered, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." He opened his briefcase to show her red cylinders and wires. His demands were specific and frankly, strange. He didn't want political prisoners released. He didn't want to fly to Cuba. He wanted $200,000 in negotiable American currency, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to refuel the plane. What makes this story unique is Cooper's demeanor. He wasn't screaming. He wasn't violent. He ordered a second drink. He even paid his drink tab and insisted the flight attendant keep the change. The plane landed in Seattle. The FBI scrambled to get the money, 10,000 bills of $20 each. They photographed every single serial number. Cooper released the 36 passengers in exchange for the cash and parachutes. But he kept the crew. He ordered the pilots to fly low under 10,000 feet and slow. He wanted the landing gear down and the cabin unpressurized. He was heading for Mexico City, but with a stop in Reno, Nevada, somewhere between Seattle and Reno, over the dense forest of southwest Washington, a warning light flashed in the cockpit. The rear air stair had been deployed. The crew called back to Cooper. There was no answer. When the plane landed in Reno, the FBI stormed inside. But D.B. Cooper was gone. The money was gone. 2 parachutes were gone. On the seat, he left behind only a clip-on black tie and 8 cigarette butts. The FBI launched one of the biggest manhunts in history, called Operation Warjack. They combed the woods. They used submarines in nearby lakes. They found nothing. For 9 years, there was zero trace of him. Until 1980, a young boy named Brian Ingram was digging a fire pit on a sandy riverbank known as Tennabar. He found 3 bundles of rotting cash. The serial numbers matched. It was Cooper's money, but this discovery only created more questions. The money was found miles away from the calculated drop zone. Was it washed downriver? Or did Cooper bury it there and never come back for it? Later, the FBI analyzed the tie he left behind. In the 2000s, using modern technology, they found traces of rare metals like titanium on it. This suggests Cooper might have been an engineer or a manager in a metal or chemical plant. Over 1,000 suspects were considered. Let's look at the top theories. Some say it was Richard McCoy, a man who pulled a nearly identical hijacking 5 months later, but he had an alibi for the night of Cooper's jump. Others point to Robert Rackstraw, a Vietnam veteran and explosives expert who loved the attention, but the DNA found on the tie didn't match him. And then there is the most boring, but perhaps most likely theory: the elements killed him. He jumped in a business suit, into a storm, at night, into a forest. He likely broke his legs on landing or froze to death, and his body was simply consumed by the wild dot in 2016. The FBI officially closed the case to focus on solvable crimes. D.B. Cooper, whoever he was, got away with it. Whether he died in the woods or lived out his days sipping cocktails on a beach, he beat the system. What do you think? Did he survive the fall? Or are his bones still waiting to be found in the Washington woods? Let me know your theory in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more of history's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching.